Cutting calories, cutting alcohol, Treehouse has you covered. All right, guys, so the gluttony of the holidays is behind us. Maybe you dusted off that gym membership. Maybe you took the clothes off the top of the Peloton. You're cutting calories for a month. You're cutting alcohol for a couple days. Treehouse has you covered. If you're doing those things throughout the entire year, we've got options for you. First beverage that I want to highlight, which is brand new that you may not know about, is a non-alcoholic gin and tonic. This guy here at the brewery is making waves for its flavor profile. And for me, the idea of a non-alcoholic gin and tonic is actually the most perfect non-alcoholic beverage you can make, because gin is a very flavorful spirit as it was. If you're trying to recreate the flavors of vodka, for example, in a non-alcoholic spirit, it's difficult because much of what you're tasting is ethanol. But in a gin and tonic, you're tasting citrus, you're tasting apple in the Treehouse gin and tonic, you're tasting juniper berry, and all these wonderful flavors that make gin so expressive. So in this particular non-alcoholic, low-calorie beverage, you've got Treehouse made tonic water, the flavors of our Percy's gin, and honestly, an all-around wonderful non-alcoholic experience. So again, if you like the flavor of gin and you don't want alcohol, the Treehouse non-alcoholic G&T is exactly what you need. Now, let's say same example, but you're not cutting alcohol, but you're cutting calories. We have you covered as well. Treehouse has a whole line of vodka sodas, which are basically just carbonated water plus Treehouse made vodka, which is made from locally grown and malted barley, and then flavors on top of that. One of my favorites happens to be key lime, which I have here, but we also have guava, strawberry and basil, mango, all sorts of flavors of our vodka and soda. And unlike the mass market counterparts, these vodka and sodas have no sugar. So again, if you're comparing it to a High Noon or a Truly or something like that, these guys don't have any sugar. So keep your eye out for these, not only now in January, but throughout the summer. Another great option that I want to highlight here is part of the Treehouse beverage program. If you're unfamiliar, we do have our own roastery and we do make our own cold brew, which we roast and extract right here at Treehouse. This particular cold brew is our Frost Winter Blend. So it's made with the season in mind, got this beautiful label, which matches the outside right now. Low calorie, nothing added. In fact, I'm not sure, there might be 5 or 10 calories in a cold brew. But long story short, you're getting a beverage absolutely loaded with flavor and character with very, very few calories. Delicious. Moving on next to our line of non-alcoholic low-calorie seltzers. And when I say low calorie, I mean less than 5 calories. The reason that these seltzers have any calories at all is that in most of them we use fresh fruit puree, which makes a much more vibrant flavor profile than some of the mass market counterparts. In fact, this strawberry lemonade is my favorite flavor that we make, but we make over 15 different varieties of Treehouse seltzer that are all under 5 calories. So if you're cutting back this January or throughout the year, give these guys a try. I promise you, you'll find one that you love. Second to last beverage I want to highlight is something that we launched last year during the Treehouse Half Marathon, which if you're interested in that, stay tuned. This beverage is a recovery beverage. Whether you've had a long run the day before or you had a rough night out, this guy contains a blend of electrolytes that will help you get back on your feet and feel good the following day. Each one has a little bit of flavor to take the edge off. And again, all things considered, in comparison to some of the counterparts that you find in the supermarket, we find this guy to be particularly tasty. So if you want a sample or you want to give it a try, just feel free to ask. All right, so the last beverage that I want to highlight is a fun little beer that actually people request year-round now. It's called January Julius. January Julius is the same Julius recipe, brewed to a lower specific gravity and fermented to a lower specific gravity to make a 2.5% version of Julius. And truly, it doesn't sacrifice much on the flavor profile. To further boost that mouthfeel and texture, we add a blend of fruit, natural puree, to this can to give it that little bit of extra pop that's lost by the lower alcohol. This guy is a perfect blend between low alcohol, which enables you to be guilt-free, but you still get that wonderful Treehouse flavor and texture. Look at that beautiful hazy beer, 2.5%. It's got that Treehouse je ne sais quoi in there, that sort of melon character and that mixed tropical fruit. and then you get a hint of that fresh fruit puree, and all around this smells like a much bigger beer than 2.5%. Oh, and it tastes like one too. I mean, I know terms like watery can be thrown around, and to be totally honest, batch 1 in 2023 was a little bit on the watery side, but we made some adjustments for this new version in 2024. It's got a big mouthfeel, it has a ton of flavor, and honestly, we might start making this beer all year round because it's such a crusher. That is it for today, guys. The point of today's video is to let you know that here at Treehouse and all of our locations, we do make a very broad suite of beverages that are for every taste, life choice, etc. We hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you do, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you in February. Take care.